Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to help drain the swamp away? Why not me? Why not? Gotta do my part, man. Inform the people. Educate if possible, right? Maybe you're already educated in these matters. Maybe you're not. But, so my last video about John Kerry, and he was a lacrosse captain right beside Mueller. They both have huge positions within our government. John Kerry, as you know, was Secretary of State. He was head of the 7th floor group in the State Department, which Trump promptly drained, etc. And now he's panicking over in Iran, trying to salvage this. You can't salvage something you have no control of. You have no more power. I don't think he grasps it yet. He thinks all these people, we still got our guys in the government. Are you not paying attention to the plucking Donald Trump is doing of your people in power? And now the Iranians are saying, we're going to rat out who we had to pay off, these Democrats we had to pay off as part of that deal. And remember, we had to also give $1.8 billion to Iran. What was that about? And I'm going to tell, I don't think you're going to hear what I'm about to say in this article, nor am I saying that I know this to be true. I'm just going to throw this out there as a possibility. What if the 1.8 trillion, not the number, or billion, 1.8 billion that went to Iran as part of the nuclear deal, which were like, and they wanted all cash, and like, what the? I'm just going to go here because the more the swamp gets drained and the more outrageous things I'm hearing. They had a mole inside the Trump campaign that was paid for by the FBI, basically. He was a paid informant to go spy on Trump inside the presidential, while he was running. What? Well, no. That's why they keep redacting this one person. We can't let him know. We can't let the world know. It could harm him if they knew his name. No. It's not going to harm him if they knew his name. It's going to harm the club when the whole world hears that you had a freaking informant on a running president, a candidate. How despicable. This is treasonous at levels I can't even tell you. So I'm going to go there. My thought that this is that it's a possibility. The $1.8 billion in cash, can't trace that cash around, went right back to some of those Democrats, which means you and I paid for it. And maybe Iran had to pay some too. I can't wait to see what happens with this, but that's not what this story is about. They're making it sound like the Iranians had used their own money to pay. But again, if I give you 1.8 billion, you take some of that and then give it back to these guys. Yeah, you paid for it, but I just gave you the money to help you pay for it, and it comes right back to me. All right, so that's just my thought, but here's what the story says. This is from the gatewaypundit.com. Oh boy. Iranian regime threatens to release names of Western officials who took bribes to pass the nuke deal. Raise your hand if any of you remember, and you better if you've been following me for a while because I covered this a million times, Webbot report from quite a long time ago. Lots of resignations. United States senators, congressmen, women, like they're quitting, resigning, like just a wave of it. So much for a blue wave. Like I said, it ain't a blue wave, it's a brown streak. Like when you crap in your pants, you can't make it to the toilet in time. You got a little brown streak in your underwear. Earlier this week, President Trump withdrew from the sham Iranian deal. President Trump knew the deal with the Iranian mullahs was not working. This was despite former Secretary of State John Kerry working against the Trump administration to salvage the weak deal with the Iranian regime. On Saturday, John Kerry was spotted at a meeting with Iranian officials in Paris, France. And I got to be honest, we need to look at that. That back shot tells me that looks like a defeated man over here. There he is. That's the backside of him. You know, hands straight down, kind of looking down at the ground like, what the F are we going to do? And he's probably got the same Hillary Clinton email. Remember that? If he, Trump, wins, we'll all hang. Remember that one? Was it Podesta or Hillary to them or them to her, whatever it was? If he wins, we'll all hang. I'd love to see nothing more than that, honestly. You need to hang in prison. That's where you need to go, in prison. A life long sentence. Spend the rest of your life in there. So where were we? So, of course, the Iranian regime is very upset with President Trump's decision. And now this. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman, Hussein Jabari Ansari, warned Western officials this week that if they do not put pressure on the Trump administration, the Iranian regime will leak the names of all Western officials who were bribed to pass the weak deal. You have to be kidding me. There's not much more to this, but I mean, this is the gatewaypundit.com. They don't just roll around with, hysterical stories. Oh, let's, oh yeah, sure, nonsense. The Gateway Pundit, and matter of fact, Alex Jones, Infowars, has his own video too. Look, I saw this too. Where is it at? Right. Iran threatens to expose U.S. diplomats who took bribes to create the nuclear deal. And we sent $1.8 billion over there. Not millions, billions. Our money, your money. And again, I'm not saying that I know they took that money and funneled it right back in, to these bastards. But I think I've got a good reason to say that because it's actually possible. And these people are crooks. And they're going to tax you to death. And here Trump is trying to undo those taxes. And then Pelosi is essentially saying, no, we're going to, if we win, if we get back to House, we're going to, change the taxes, the tax break that he gave. We're going to have to change that and, pay down the debt. And we're going to do. Let me guess, Pelosi, we can't wait. We can't see your tax bill until you pass it. Then we get to see what's inside of it. Unbelievable. Take care.